What's good, my peoples, man?
World Breaker, salute. What's good with you? Lionel S, salute. Zelly 1327, salute. Vito Newton, salute. What's good? My brother CB Sports TV, what's good with you? New Wakanda TV, what we got? SG Pass, salute. Man, I can't see all the names, man. Broderick Hunter, salute. Driving. Sana, salute. Eduardo Santiago, salute. Cedric Taylor, salute. Chuck P. What's good, my peoples, man? Smash that like button. I can't see all the names because I got a glare. Omar Hamilton, salute. Check Hook, salute. LDTB, salute. Randy Ridley, salute. Marcos Cano, salute. Man, how many people we got in the building, man? We got 80 people in the building. Let's get 80 likes, man. Smash the like button. Retros or Die 79 boxes, salute. We got 80 people in the building, man. Let's get them likes up to 80, man. Get them likes up to a hundo. Corey Yellerman Jackson, salute. What's good with you? Ant Woods, what up, cuzzo? Derek Williams, salute. Hey, cuzzo, what? Cuzzo, text me what part of North Carolina you in. Don't put it on here, but put it in text me on the phone. P. Machano, my brother, MP4 Vids, Money, what's good with you, Money? My brother, the Cali Enigma Sports and Entertainment, salute, what's good, bro? Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to a hundo, man. JMJ 2121, salute, what's good? Smash that like button, get the likes to a hundo. Walkman Akbar, salute. Harold Jones, salute. Man, I'm still driving to Florida, man. It's my daughter's fault. Chilltown Major, salute, what's good? Big E, salute, what's good? Salute. Smash the like button, man. Salute to my brother Justin Mark in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. P. Machanio, salute. Harvey, salute. Patrick Scott, what's good, Pat? I hope you ain't walking nowhere, Pat. Man, it's hot, man. It's getting hot, man. You could tell Karina to turn it down, so I can't hear it. J True, salute. Just Blaze, Jackson 1000, salute. New York in the building, what's good? OS, salute, what's good? Almighty Law 703, salute. Man, how many people we got in the building? Andrew Norris. Salute to the brother Robert Spivey in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Appreciate you. Smash that like button. Get the likes to a hundo. Around the world, salute. And let's get into this, man. Get them likes to a hundo. DJ, salute. Chin Smoke, salute. What's good? Get them likes up to a hundo so we can get into this, man. Everybody loves Raymond, salute. We gonna get into this, man. Woolbag, salute. Lionheart, salute. What's good? Ace One, salute. home of the champ, Terence Bud Crawford. Len Mass, salute. What we got? No Filter Tony Boxer, salute. What's good with you? What's good with my peoples, man? Smash the like button, man. Terrence Howard, salute. Brian Taylor, salute. Smash the like button, man. We got 130 people here, and we don't even have 100 likes, man. Get them likes up to 100, man. Get the likes up to 100, man. We out here in the swamp, man. We crossing over the swamp. We in Gainesville, man. Salute to my peoples. PK Boxer, MMA, salute. Sweet Science, salute. Main Event Mark, salute. What's good? Smash the like button, man. How many likes we got, man? We got 170 people here. Let's get the likes up to 170. Star City J, salute. Christopher Sullivan, salute. Get the likes up to 170, man. BBG, salute. My brother Lou Hinton, salute. Anthony Wheeler, salute. Anthony Whitner, salute. Yeah, I'm in Gainesville right now, man. The swamp area, man. Ramiro Harris, salute. Ohio's Run Boxing, salute. What's good, my people? Mr. Gillian, the Odd Fella, salute. Kieran Alexa, salute. Ancestral Ray, salute. What's good? Smash that like button, man. Get them likes up to 170, man. Derek McGee, salute. Sir David, salute. Chris Watson, salute. What's good with my peoples, man? Salute to my brother Ohio Run Boxing in that super chat. Appreciate you, King. My brother Pat Scott in the super chat. He said, "Let's get them likes up so we could get this talk." This Spence Crawford, B. Howard, salute. My brother Pat Scott, man. Pat, don't be walking nowhere, man. Hey, man, we got 180 people here. Let's get the likes up to 180, man. Smash the like button. Suave House Boxer, salute. Smash the like button. Get the likes up to 180, man. We got 180 people here. Let's get them likes up. Yusuf Kawi, salute. Then we're going to get into this. As soon as we get them likes up, we're going to get them likes up to 200, man. Boxer Facts, salute. Yeah, get the likes up to 200. Let's get it. Newborn, what's good? Salute. Salute to my brother Snack B in the super chat. He said, Gainesville, Florida, question mark. Salute, Blue. Yeah, yes, sir. I'm still driving, man. It's my wife fault, man. She had me keep stopping, so. Sir Douglas, salute. Joseph Brown, salute. You heard us? She said we had to stop in Georgia. Y'all never gonna see it because she just talked. You just hear her every once in a while, but that's it. She like Al Heyman. She like Al Heyman. You can hear, you know she exists, right? But you don't never see her. Cypher Supreme Rod, salute. What's good? Peace and blessings to the Queen, Miss Beverly Rose, Boxing Entertainment. What's going on with your Queen? Grand Rising. Fly Paper, salute. Peace and blessings to the Queen, Sierra F. Grand Rising to you. Ricardo Rimpley, salute. What's good, King? Joe Lynn, salute. Hey, man, get them likes up to 200 and let's get into this, man. I know y'all ain't hear me break it down. Y'all laughing at the wife. Yeah, you heard her talking, man. She like Al Heyman, you know what I mean? You know she exists, but you just never see her.
This is your show.
I didn't salute to Matt Wade in the super chat. He said LDBC. Yes, sir. You already know what it is, man. It's the grind. The grind don't stop, man. So let's get into this, man. How many likes we got, man? Because I can't see. I got to pop up on my screen, and it's blocking my super chats, and it's blocking the likes. Oh, there we go. We got 200 people here, man. Get the likes up to 200, man. Let's get the likes up to 200. 718, Brooklyn in the building. Salute. Charles Bird, salute. So let's get into this, man. Get the likes up to 200 and let's get into it. Them likes up to 200. All those super chats and YouTube is not even registering. Hey, man, we got 240 people here. Let's get 240 likes, man. I know y'all probably see a different number as you watch it, but I see a different number as the creator. So there's 240 people here. Smash the like button. Get the likes up to 250. Get them up to 200 and we're going to get into this, man. Whose fault is it? Let's get into this. Get the likes to 200, man. Come on. Come on, my peopleizations. Get the likes up to 200. And let's get into this. Salute to my brother Mike Weary in the super chat. He said, blame Bob, the career liar. He stopped Wilder and Fury. That's a fact. That's a fact. So once we get them likes up to 200, we're going to get into this, man. We got 250 people here, man. Let's get the likes up to 200, man. Come on, my peopleizations. Bush Guard, 1029. Salute, King. Grand Rising. Jay Good, what's good with you? Salute. My brother, Suave House Boxing in the building. What's good? We in the building this morning, man. Jason Clay, salute. Jason Clay, we're going to rent you up, man. There you go, brother. There you go, brother. My brother Pat Scott says it's Bob Arum fault. Bob Arum is always the easy out. But Gil Cole, salute. Peace and blessings, King. Anthony LeGrande Jr., salute. What's good? My brother HBJ Dog, salute to the UK, man. GG, salute. Bob Arum is the easy out. You know what I'm talking about? All right, we got 200 likes. Let's get it in. So Bob Arum is the easy out, right? He's the obvious choice. But this is what I'm going to say. Bob Arum, out of a percentage of 100, I give Bob Arum 20% of the reason that this is happening. Then I'm going to give 40% to Terence Crawford, and then I'm going to give 40% to Errol Spence. And I'm going to tell you why, right? Salute to my brother, BFTB Boxing in the building. He said, Blue the legend, salute, peace and blessings, King, Grand Rising. Appreciate you, King. Go to my brother, BFTB Boxing, subscribe to his channel, man. It's my brother right there. Andre Norris, salute in the super chat. He said, so Bob's playing the racist card. Yeah, Bob is ridiculous. Talik Frank, salute. It ain't his first time doing it. It ain't his first time doing it. We know what it is with Bob Arum already. Bob Arum is not a box of crayons, right? In a box of crayons, you don't know what you get. If you're blind for yourself, you're rich in a box of crayons, you don't know what color you're going to pull out, right? That's not Bob Arum. We know what we're going to get from Bob Arum, right? We already know what we're going to get from Bob Arum. So that's why I say Bob Arum gets 20% of the blame. Because we already know what we're going to get from Bob Arum, right? He already showed us what color he is, his true colors. He already showed us that. So there's no need to blame Bob Arum anymore because he already showed us his true colors, right? So we can't blame Bob Arum anymore, right? But, I mean, we can blame Bob Arum, but majority of the blame has to go to Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. And here's why. Black Cam TV, salute, King. Here's why. Errol Spence keeps saying, and I'm going to tell you, we're going to start with Errol Spence. Errol Spence keeps saying, call Al Heyman, call Al Heyman. But you're an individual, and you control your own destiny, right? Errol Spence controls his own destiny. That's what we always hear. That's what we always talk about. The PBC fighters are their own bosses. So if that's be the case, why does he consistently say, call Al Heyman? No, We talking to you. You are the boss. You dig what I'm talking about? You are the boss. So let me give you an example, right? Because the wife is here, so I can give you an example, right? Kenneth, salute. Big LT, salute. So let me give you an example, right? If the wife says she the boss, right? And I say, no, let's say I say I'm my own boss, right? I'm my own boss. I keep telling you guys I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss, my own boss. So then you be like, hey, Blue, come do this event. And I'll be like, if you really want me to do the event, call my wife. Well, are you the boss? If I'm asking you, right? Are you not the boss? Now, understand people going to say, well, you got to call the people in charge to set it up, right? To organize it, right? But still, you are the boss. So you can say, let's make it happen. And I'm ready to make it happen. Just call the boss so we can set up the date. Shouldn't that be the answer? That would be the answer, right? Not call this person to make it happen. Oh, they don't want to make it happen. They ain't call Al. Well, then you are not in charge then. Right? You're no longer in charge, right? If you are in charge of your destiny, then you make the decision. So when Bob Errol and Terence Crawford was standing there in front of Errol Spence, he should have said, listen, what date you got available and let's make it happen. Because I am my own boss. Not refer them to Al Heyman. You understand? So stop referring them to Al Heyman. Call Al. Call Al. That's what we keep hearing. Call Al. Nah, let's stop talking about calling Al. Do you want to make the fight happen? Yes or no? So at this point in time, what are we doing here? At this point in time, right? Either Errol Spence needs to come out and say, I'm going over here. Either Errol Spence needs to come out and say, you know something? I'm going to fight Sean Porter next. I'm not looking to make that fight. Salute to my brother, Cypher Supreme Rod in the super chat. He said, this is my new channel, Blue. Okay. Cypher Supreme Rod, Cypher Supreme TV. I got you, King. Let me rent you up then. Salute to my brother BFTB Boxing in the super chat again. He said, Blue, that is the inconsistency that I don't get. That's a fact. That's a fact. So here's the thing. It's call Al for everything. But that's an oxymoron. If you are your own boss, right? And you control your destination and you fight who you want to fight and when and where you want to fight them, then when Terence Crawford and Bob Arum standing in front of you, you should then be saying, listen, all right, you guys want to make it happen? Let's get it on. This is what I'm asking for. This is what I want to make it happen. Not call Al. Make your demands right then and there. Errol Spence should be making his demands right then and there. This is what I need, Lyman Paulie, salute. This is what I need to get it done, right? And let's make it happen. Are you guys going to concede to this? Because this is what I need, 50-50, or I want it to be in Texas Stadium, whatever his demands are. This is what it is. This is what I want to make it happen. Let's make it happen. And I'm going to go back, and this is what his words should be. I'm going to go back to Al Heyman now. After this, I'm going back to Al Heyman, and I'm going to tell him to get everything set up so we can make it happen. These should be the words of Errol Spence, not call Al. Oh, they didn't call Al. They didn't say this. They're not saying this. Craig J, salute. They ain't call Al. Jamal Davis, salute. They ain't call Al. They not serious. Bro, you are your own boss, and they're standing in front of you. You dig what I'm saying? So let's say, for instance, right? You guys, I tell you guys all the time, my wife handles everything, right? So listen to this, right? So, but I go to her and say, I got this coming up. So like, okay, let me give you an example, right? When I'm going to events, so I tell her when the events I'm going to, the dates. So I'm going to this date, okay, J. Rock Williams fight, right? I'm going to this fight at this such and so date, this the place. And then she does everything else behind the scenes. But I give her the dates that I'm going, right? So Errol Spence should be going to Al Heyman and saying, listen, I'm looking to fight Terence Crawford next. Let's see, call them, contact them, see what they talking about, because this is what I want. And put his demands on the table, right? None of that, or call Al and set everything up. And if they don't call Al, we're not hearing nothing. There's no talks. No, that how did that work? So you're not your own boss. Al Heyman's the boss. Salute to my brother BFTB Box in the super chat once again. He said, I don't think either are scared of each other, but there seems to be something being missed from Errol's side, as Bud is clearly ran by Errol. Yeah, that's a fact, brother. Pardon me trying to read it in pieces because I'm driving and reading it. So, yeah, that's a fact. And so that's my thing, right? Is this. We already know what we're going to get from Bob Arum. There's no point in keep continuing to have these conversations like, oh, Bob Arum is this, Bob Arum is that. And so now that brings me to my next point. Terence Crawford. That brings me back to Terence Crawford and why I give him 40% of the blame. Actually, I'm going to give Terence Crawford 50% of the blame, and I'm going to give Bob Arum 10%. I just decreased Bob Arum's percentage to 10, and I'm giving Crawford 50 and Errol 40. And here's why. Errol hasn't been calling out Crawford. He hasn't been mentioning Crawford. It wasn't an option. It was never on his table. This came up all about as Terence Crawford moved up in weight. This wasn't Errol Spence's original agenda. This wasn't on his agenda, right? This chosen 115, salute. The body snatcher, salute. This wasn't on Errol Spence's agenda. This wasn't on his calendar. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna decrease Bob Arum's to 10, right? Errol Spence gets 40, Bob Arum gets 10, because at this point, the reason I'm saying Bob Arum only gets 10 is because these fighters need to get to a point where they eliminate these guys like their promoters like that. We understand you, the promoter, but Bob Arum just came out and said Shakur Stevenson demanded the fight with Christopher Diaz. He pushed until he got the fight. Just like, and this is Shakur Stevenson is a Bob Arum top ranked fighter, right? So he eliminated essentially Shakur Stevenson against Bob Arum and the matchmaker's wishes. They went ahead and had to make the fight because Shakur Stevenson wasn't having it no other way. Okay? And so when they took the power back, when they took the power, Shakur Stevenson, they got the fight that they wanted. You understand what I'm saying? They got the fight that they wanted. When they took the power away from him, Big Zo, salute. They got the fight that they wanted. Another fighter, Teofimo Lopez. He's campaigning in the public eye himself. Bob Arum is his promoter as well. But he's campaigning in the public eye himself for the fights that he wants. And he's demanding the fights that he wants, point blank and period, regardless of what Bob Arum says. So this is the reason for me diminishing Bob Arum's percentage of these reasonings. You understand? And so with that said, you know, I know people love to say the reason the fight not happening is because of Bob Arum. No, it's not. Bob Arum is a figurehead. Bob Arum is a mouthpiece. And salute to my brother, Silverstream Loma, 2011. Salute. Mike Weary, salute in the super chat. He said, Errol has options. Bob has to justify Bud BS fights. Well, it's not Cypher Supreme TV, my brother. It's not, again, let's stop mentioning Bob Arum. Because the fighters want to make it happen, they'll make it happen regardless of what Bob Arum says. Point blank and period. Salute to my brother, the smoothest dude on YouTube. My brother, Junior the Truth. What's good with you? Unbiased Cowboy fan, salute. Go subscribe to my brother, Junior. I'm in Florida, bro. I'm in Gainesville right now. Chuck P, salute. I'm in Gainesville right now. Might stop and see Keith Thurman, because I'll be right next to Keith Thurman gym. So I might go in Keith Thurman gym. But if Keith Thurman watching this, he probably, you know. Salute to my brother. the truth in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. So now, like I just gave y'all Woolbag salute. Like I just said, so let's stop as a group. Stop blaming Bob Arum. We already know what Bob Arum is about. We already know what Bob Arum is and isn't going to do. So let's stop blaming Bob Arum. He's a figurehead and a mouthpiece. That's all he is. Bob Arum's control is slim to none when the fighters want to make it happen. That's the bottom line. Peace and blessings to my brother Todd King alive. When the fighters really want to make it happen, they can make it happen. Period. Now, the reason I say I gave Bob Arum 10% and not 0% is because he's not putting his best foot forward as far as the paperwork and stuff like that. And he's doing is he's not giving Terence Crawford, he's not relaying the correct information back to Terence Crawford. So that's why, as a promoter, I'm saying Bob Arum is to blame, 10%. But now, let's get to Terence Crawford, right? And why I give Terence Crawford 50% of the blame. Terence Crawford is in-house. Terence Crawford is in-house. Mr. B, salute. There's no way Terence Crawford had just said, and not even just the Errol Spence fight. Thibodeau, salute. Not even just the Errol Spence fight. Terence Crawford said a couple of things that was alarming to me. I don't know. I've been wanting these big fights, and I don't know why I can't get them. I'm just now getting them. I felt like, this is what Crawford said. I felt like I should have been getting these big fights. I'm just now getting these big fights. I don't know why. Glenn Navarro, salute. I don't know why what do you mean you don't understand why? You don't understand why you just now getting the big fights? What do you mean you don't understand that? Now, this is the polar opposite of Errol Spence. Because to a degree, Errol Spence is going to demand the fights that the big fights that he wants. When Errol Spence said after the Campo fight, he only wants big names, that's what he's targeting, big names. Sean Porter, whether you like the Mikey Garcia fight or not, mismatch, whatever you call it. He's been in the ring with a big name, and he's going to go back in the ring with the big name. And that's Sean Porter in July. Okay? So, Terence Crawford saying, I should have been at this point in my career. If you go back and look, right, when he was talking in the dressing room before the fight, and they said, what do you think about this big fight? You finally in a big fight. You're headlining the pay-per-view card at Madison Square Garden. What do you think about that? And he said, I should have been on this stage. I should have been making these fights. I don't know why. First of all, Terence, let me give you an insight why. Yeah, CB Sports, you caught that, right? So here's the thing, right? Terence, what you mean? First of all, you don't talk to the media. You don't like to talk to the media. That's number one. And kudos to you, man. To each its own. To each its own, bro. Right? I can't blame you for not wanting to talk to the media. Salute to my brother Christopher Jonette in the super chat. He says, salute, Blue. Crawford's the real boogeyman. Salute. He could be. He could be the real boogeyman, but he don't put his best foot forward. BBG, salute. He don't talk in the public. He's not in the public eye talking and giving people a picture, painting putting a face to the words. So we hear all of this, but he don't talk about it. He don't open up about it. So when he says stuff like, I don't know why I'm not the big, I'm not in these big fights all the time. You don't talk to the media, number one, that try to push you to be in these big fights all the time because you should have been in them. But you don't give the media the sound bites. Salute to my brother Mike Weary in the super chat. He said if Bud can't get the Errol fight, he should pressure other PBC fighters. Thurman doesn't respect Bud. Send Thurman or Danny the contract. Salute, King. Not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you why. Salute to Xavier D in the super chat. He said build up that paid Mayweather Pacquiao money. Not gonna happen. It's only one Mayweather Pacquiao. Salute to you, my brother, in the super chat, though. Only one Mayweather and only one Pacquiao, man. That's all fool's gold. That's all fool's gold, man. For these dudes, I explained that already. All these dudes trying to build up that Mayweather Pacquiao fight, that's not gonna happen. That doesn't exist. That's fool's gold. It's not real. It's Santa Claus. The Easter Bunny. That's what that is, man. Muhammad is the one. Salute. That's what that is. So with that said, Terence Crawford don't understand why he's not in big fights all the time. Why he's not headlining fights at Madison Square Garden all the time. This is what he's saying, right? Well, brother, if you talk to the media and you allow us to help you, help us help you. Put pressure on these dudes. Don't let Bob Arum continuously say, you saying, let me tell y'all what happened. BX New York City. Salute to the boogie down in the building. I don't know if y'all seen this, right? But Bomac was saying he started a whole Bomac started a whole 88 Sports Talk. Salute. He started a whole movement at the fight. At the end of the fight, he and Jafari Caesar. Salute. At the end of the fight, he was like, "We want Spence. We want Spence. We want Spence." This is what Bomac was doing. We want Spence. We want Spence. This is what he was doing, right? Smash the like button, get the likes to 300, man. We got 450 people here. Let's get the likes up to 300. He was like, "We want Spence. We want Spence." Bomac was trying to egg the crowd on, right? We want Spence. We want Spence. Well, Crawford, at the end of the fight, said this. At the end of the fight, this is what Bud had to say. He said, at the end of the fight, Bud said, well, the fight you're talking about, look at that call there.
Oh my God.
So, he said, Swift 46, salute. So, he said, the fight you're talking about, the big fight that you're mentioning, is obviously the person you're talking about is Spence. But I can't force these fights to happen. I want those fights. I can't force it to happen. I can't make these fighters. But, and see, that's where somebody should have stopped them right there. And say, listen, salute to my brother, Brian the lawyer. Salute to my brother in the super chat. Caps in full G. He said fans not seeing the big picture. I'm glad Al Heyman not doing business with Errol. Time to put Errol out of business while his stable is. Pardon me, y'all, man. RB44, salute. The real McCoy, salute. What's good? Sweet Science, salute. Pardon me, y'all, man. Just give YouTube a reason to drop people off, man. 500 people, now drop to 200. We back in the building, man. Marcus the Great, salute. GN, salute. Rams of Sutton the Third, salute. Yeah, smash the like button, man. Get them likes up. So, let's get back into this, man. So, Bud needs to tell, instead of him saying, I don't know why, because he Playboy Mark. So he's following the old trend, the old way of doing business where, where you say, oh, you let the promoter do everything. You know what I'm saying? That's the trend that Terence Crawford is following at this point in time. Oh, I don't understand. Nah, you got to educate yourself more. GN salute. I saw my brother Fred, Barbershop Conversation, talked about this, about Terence Crawford educating himself even more about what's going on behind the scenes. Because
you being taken advantage of, bro. And so with this situation with Errol Spence, you need to inquire. Mario Reynolds, salute. You need to inquire. You need to figure out what's going on behind the scenes. Why isn't this fight happening? What's being offered and what's not being offered? Stop going with just Bob Arum's word. Stop just letting Bob Arum tell you, oh, Al Heyman won't do business with us. Man, stop doing that, man. Stop allowing Bob Arum just to come and tell you, oh, listen, they won't do business with us. No, man. New Age Sports and more, salute. Stop allowing that. That's why I say he get 50% of the blame. Shogun Blaze Z, salute. Trick Nolte, salute. Right? Al Heyman won't do business with us. No, man. H-Con, salute. He needs to go inquire. Go do more research. Understand what's taking place and what's not taking place. Get the likes up to 400, man. Smash the like button. Get the likes up to 400. Daryl Duan, salute. Right? So he continues to say he don't know why he not getting these big fights. Well, you got your promoter, and no disrespect to Bob Arum, because he's been doing it for years, right? But you got a promoter that Oscar De La Hoya left, Floyd Mayweather left, Miguel Cotto left. All of these guys left him. Why? Why? John Wilson, salute. And you don't question that? You don't think, let me figure out why all these guys continue to leave Bob Arum? Why? And so with that said, Terence Crawford gets 50% of the blame for this fight not happening. Because he could put pressure on Errol Spence. But he chooses to sit back and let Bob Arum handle it. Where he could put tons of pressure on Errol Spence. Right? He could put all the pressure on Errol Spence. This is why I tell you guys why I blame Anthony Joshua for a lot of this stuff. J Real 66, salute. I'm going to tell you why. Why people feel like, oh man, you blame Anthony Joshua instead of Eddie Hearn. I'm going to tell you why. 704 Joe, salute. I'm going to tell you why. The reason being is because of this, right? Anthony Joshua inquired about everything that was going on with the Deontay Wilder negotiations. He got his own research, he got his own information, and he found out. That's why. And so with that said, right, Terence Crawford needs to do the same thing. Otherwise, we got to say, you don't want this fight with Errol Spence. Bigfoot, salute. So otherwise, I have to look at you and say, do you really want this fight with Errol Spence? Because I don't think so. And the reason why I don't think so is because you're not doing the proper research. You're not digging deeper. You're not when you have the Cutthroat Sports, salute. When you have the platform, right? Like he did after the fight, and he's doing the post-fight interview, right? This is what he should have said. In the post-fight interview, this is what he should have said. I want Errol Spence next. Errol Spence, let's make it happen. Sign the contract. Let's get it done. He didn't do that. He keeps alluding to Dwayne Yosef, salute. He keeps alluding to Errol Spence. Oh, the big fight that everybody want to see is you. The person you're talking about is Cutthroat. I saw his Twitter. I saw what he did. I saw what he said, and I'm gonna make a video about that. Go ahead and Chuck, salute. But again, I'm gonna tell you this, Cutthroat. See, I knew somebody was gonna bring that up, and I already was gonna make a video about that, but I just didn't been in. My laptop is in my trunk, right? And I just didn't get a chance to make it, right? But this is what I'm gonna tell you, because I knew somebody was gonna say that. Why did he go home and do it on Twitter when he was standing in the middle of the ring in a pay-per-view event right after a fight. I'll say it to you again. B. Brown, salute. Why did he go home, leave the fight, and do it on Twitter when you were standing in the middle of the ring with the boxing world's attention on a pay-per-view event on ESPN, the biggest platform in the world, in the world of sports, and don't say it. But you go home and you get on Twitter and you tweet it. Underground Silence, salute. Now tell me, how does that make sense? Armando Smith, salute. Now tell me, how does that make sense? YG Knight, salute. Tax, salute. So that makes no sense, right? None. Boxing and Barbecue, salute. That made no sense. None. Salute to my brother Kurt Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, aka the historian. My brother, what's good with you, Kurt? Kurt, I'm down here driving to Florida, man. Jack Bell, salute. Darren Brown, salute. Jamal Davis, my brother, BBG. Jack Ball, salute. I called you Jack Bell. Quad Marley, salute. Right? So how does that make sense? Salute to my brother Christopher Jernette in the super chat. He said, I like Bud, but he needs to stop being a yes man and start talking to the LDBC so we can push the fight. He needs to stop letting Bomac and Bob talk for him. Hey, Christopher Jernette, I agree with you 1,050%, man. J Real, salute. Right? So I knew somebody was gonna say, and salute to you, Christopher Jernette, in that super chat. Audrey Jones, salute. So I knew somebody was gonna say, oh, Bud called them out on Twitter. Well, why would you go home and call them out on Twitter when you had the world attention, the boxing world's complete attention? The whole world was watching you, waiting for you to mention Errol Spence, and you alluded to it. You didn't outright just say, I want Errol Spence next. Damian Hennig, salute. Give me Errol Spence next. I want Errol Spence next. Errol, where you at? If you're watching right now, let's make it happen. Austin GT, salute. Miguel Sanchez Morales, salute. AD, salute. Trick Nolte, salute. Why? And I'm going to tell you why. That's what he should have did. Right? I'm going to tell you why that's what he should have did. The reason why he should have did it that way is because we seen Errol Spence respond to people continuously to call them out. We know Errol Spence answers the bell. But look, this Orlando right here. Right, so it's not that far from us. So, so with that said, right? You alluded to it. We seen Errol Spence respond to Mikey Garcia. He didn't want to fight Mikey Garcia. Again, I'll say this again. Reese, salute. Errol Spence didn't want to fight Mikey Garcia. That was not his choice. Well, obviously it became his choice later on. But that wasn't his original choice, should I say. His original choice wasn't Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia kept ringing the doorbell and he answered the door. That's what happened. So, and here's the thing, right? Errol Spence, we know, already had previously, has an agenda already set. And that was to collect those belts from Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, who is not you know, those are lateral moves. It's not like he's going backwards. Those are lateral moves. Yeah, Cutthroat Sports, you're saying, well, answer Crawford's bell when Crawford's not ringing the bell. He's walking past the house. He's on the block. He's walking past the house, but he's not going to ringing the bell. We understand why he's on the block. Mondanero, salute. We understand why he's on the block and what he's looking for, but he's not ringing the bell. FOC, Rock Boy, salute. Oh, you understand what I'm saying? El Reno, salute. Tito Shatanda, salute. So we understand why he's on the block. We know what he's there for. Emmanuel Saigon, salute. Corey Daniel, salute. He said he pulled up on Errol. Actually, Frozen Gamer, salute. Actually, Errol Spence went there. Mo Yasor, salute. Akeem the Great, salute. Yeah, smash the like button. Get the likes to 400. Actually, Errol Spence traveled to that fight. Now, Bud, yeah, when they was at the fight, Bud went and looked for him, and he went and found him. Yeah, Talib Frank, salute. But again, I'm gonna give you another example. Salute to my brother BK Don 718. Brooklyn is Brooklyn in the house without a doubt. So listen, let me give you another example, right? Bud pulled up on him, right? They were going back and forth, what they're going to do to one another, so on and so forth, right? To Mary Laurie, salute. Peace and blessings to you, Queen, Grand Rising. So he pulled up on him. They were going back and forth, talking about who's going to do what. Mark Price, salute. Your stomach is big. Easy Money, 12-217, salute. Oh, your stomach is big and you need to lose weight, you out of shape, so on and so forth. They was going back and forth with one another, right? Stormy B-Man, salute. ESO Tariq, 203, salute. Right? Terence Crawford is standing there with his promoter, Bob Arum, right? Now go back and watch this. Terence Crawford is sitting there with his promoter, Bob Arum, right? Right or wrong? Right? Give me the thumbs up, right or wrong? Bob Arum is standing there with Terence Crawford. Am I right or wrong? Right? He's standing there with him, right? Why didn't he turn to his promoter, who he's standing with, and say, Bob, while the world is watching, Donzel Exes, salute. While the world is watching, right? And say, Bob, this is the fight I want. Make this fight happen next. While the world is watching, and put Bob Arum on the spot. Put Bob Arum on the spot. What could he do but make the fight? Hey, Bob, right now, this is the fight I want right now. I want Errol Spence next. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Don't give me Amir Khan. Don't give me nobody else. And then he should have turned to Errol Spence while Errol Spence is standing there. He should have turned to Errol Spence and said, right? You're your own boss, right? Let's make it happen right now. Can we make this fight happen right now? Because I want it to happen next. Can we make this happen right now? Can we make this happen right now and turn back to Bob Arum? You got Errol Spence standing there. You got Bob Arum standing there. Bud could have put both of them. Salute to Miami Snoopy in the super chat. Say, I hope Bud tell Bob to stop with the divisive comments on Al Heyman and in public. That ain't gonna happen. Comments like that doesn't bring the other side to the table. I feel it actually sabotages the fight. Well, that ain't gonna happen. Bob Arum and Al Heyman been going, well, Bob Arum, because Al Heyman don't say nothing about Bob Arum, but they've been going back and forth. Adari T, peace and blessings, Grand Rising Queen. They've been doing this for quite some time, so that ain't gonna stop. Don Julio, salute. Angel War TV, salute. Ricky Chino, salute. So, right then and there, he could have put him on the spot, right? Where Bob Arum and Errol Spence wouldn't have had no choice but to make the fight. He could have put the pressure on his promoter and Errol Spence right then and there. Hey, Errol, we can make it happen next, right? Because you just said you're your own boss, right? You your own boss, right? Because I want it to happen next. So what's good? right? Let's make it happen next. You want to happen? You want this fight, right? You said you don't mind, right? So let's make it happen next. Turn to Bob Arum right then and there. Bob, don't give me nobody else. This is the fight I want. Put your best foot forward. And he could have put so much. Roosevelt Hill, salute. Let me tell you how much pressure he could have put on Errol Spence. He could have turned around just like we did with Anthony Joshua with that 50 million, right? Right? He could have turned to Errol Spence right there on the spot and said, what is it going to take for me and you to fight? What you need, 50-50? What you need to make this fight happen? He could have put so much pressure on him, big time, salute. He could have turned to him right then and there and said, what you need, 50-50? Come my promoter right here. And if Errol would have been like, yeah, I just need 50-50, he could have turned to Bob Arum and said, Bob, give him 50-50. Give him what he wants, because I want this fight happen next. What could Bob Arum and Errol Spence have done at that point in time? Darryl Minor, salute. Darwin Minor said that's not how fights get made. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't know how long you've been watching boxing, but I've been watching boxing for quite some time. And a lot of fights get done from fighters putting pressure on them. Like Mikey Garcia continuously putting pressure on Errol Spence to make the fight in public. Even though it backfired on him, every time a microphone was in Mikey Garcia's face, what was he doing? After the Robert Easter fight, every time they put a camera in Mikey Garcia's face, even when Errol Spence was there, when Errol Spence was present, what did Mikey Garcia say? When Mikey Garcia was in Errol Spence's presence, what did Mikey Garcia say? When he was in his presence, what did he say? Yasser Hussein, salute. Mikey Garcia said in Errol Spence fight, in Errol Spence's face, this is the only fight I want. Leon Robinson, salute. This is the only fight I want. This is the only fight I'm focused on. This is the only fight that gets me up. I want this fight with Errol Spence. And I'm sure Errol Spence will want it. He did that while Errol Spence was standing there. JC Sports, salute. Mike is not a PBC fighter. Who said that? Darwin Minor. Mike is not a PBC fighter, so what is he? So what is he? Darwin Minor. Now, Silent Child, salute. Because I understand your point of view, right? So now you're gonna come here, right? We got another goalpost mover. That's what you're gonna do. Move the goalpost. So now Mikey is not a PBC fighter. So what is Mikey Garcia? So now come to the front of the congregation. Let's talk. Let's talk. Chance Johnson, salute. He said, man, I'm Crawford hype man. Clearly you don't know and you didn't know what you're talking about. So this is what we could do. The dude that just said I'm Crawford hype man, block him altogether. Hey, my man, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Yeah, it's not the point of him being exclusively with the PBC. The thing is this. Clarissa Shields is not a PBC fighter. What? So what does that mean? They still under Al Heyman. Mikey Garcia didn't fight on the PBC. He just fought on Fox. I mean, Errol Spence. Errol Spence just fought on Fox. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? He said Al is trying to ice Errol out. How's Al trying to ice Errol out? Tell us this. Explain to us how Al is trying to ice Errol out. She's with Al Heyman, so she can fight on the PBC. She can fight on Fox. All of them could do the same thing. That's why Deontay Wilder can fight on DAZN if he want, or he can fight on Showtime, or he can fight on Fox, or he can fight on the PBC. Al Heyman is the advisor, the manager. Yeah, where'd he go? How is Al trying to ice him out? Explain to us. Jay Reed, salute. No, he's not making any sense. John Black Johnny, salute. Sometimes you get people that come and defend people, right? They come and blindly defend, don't understand what you're talking about, right? And so, you know, he probably didn't even hear the whole conversation. So he came in blindly defending Crawford, didn't even know what I was talking about, and just started throwing comments out there. So now he's saying that Mikey Garcia is not a PBC fighter. What does that have to do with anything? So I would like to know. Explain to me, what does that have to do with it? Spaghetti leg, salute. So what does that have to do with it? Yep, I agree with you, brother. Errol Spence can make easier fights without having to deal with Bob Arum and that side, and not having to cross the street, quote unquote. But he's still Divine, salute. But he still can make lucrative fights. So that's the advantage Errol Spence has. That's why I said he's